Today is Christmas Eve, and it's so exciting because I remember starting my first term of college and it was September, and then I saw something in October and it was like someone said it's the last 90 days of the year. And I'm like, that's insane. When you think about it that way, it's like, wow, it's crazy that we're almost at the end of the year and now it's December and it's Christmas Eve and we're there, practically anyways, but it's so interesting. I'm one of the people that likes to make a wish list and make it easy for people to know what I want to get for Christmas or for my birthday or whatever. So I put together like a wish list. I feel like that's a good idea because then you kind of know what you're getting, but people can also they don't have to rely on that. They can get something else that they think you'd like or something. So I'm kind of not too curious about what I'm getting for Christmas because I have a feeling most of it's from my wish list, but I still have been wanting to open the gifts since the beginning of December. Okay, maybe probably more like December 15th. I haven't waited in 10 days. It's crazy, but it's finally here. We're celebrating Christmas on the 24th because, well, I don't know why, but we've just decided to open gifts and have the dinner on the 24th instead of the 25th, which is nice. It's just what we've decided to do this year. Our house has been kind of like a construction zone since the beginning of October. So we haven't been able to put as many Christmas decorations up this year, but of course we have a tree and ornaments on the tree and lights and all that. We have a wreath outside above our garage. We just have a few little Christmas decorations around, but because we've been painting our house, we couldn't have as much out where we usually would put things, where we'd put Christmas decorations on our dining table. It's full of tools and stuff because we've been working on painting. I thought I'd show you some of the decorations because it's kind of pretty and cute, and I also took some photography of our Christmas tree this year. So just some of the ornaments that I love, and there's some pink ornaments and they're so cute, and I just thought I'd show you around. I thought we could do a Christmas this or that I found on the internet. I just thought it'd be fun, and share what you would pick in the comments because I'd like to know if we're similar or not, or whatever you would have picked. So the first one is Christmas away or Christmas at home. For this one, I mean, everyone does a little bit of both because you have extended family, and you probably do Christmas at someone else's house, an aunt, an uncle, whatever it may be, grandparents. But in terms of which one I like better, I'm a homebody, so I find Christmas at home to be more relaxing. When you're hosting, it's kind of a lot of pressure, and organization to host for a lot of people. So in that sense, I don't know how much I'd like that. I'd probably just like attending rather than having to put it all together. But Christmas at home is what I like with my family. I think I enjoy that the most because there's a smaller amount of people. It's just the 5 people in my family, including myself, and that's just what I enjoy more. This one's big. Real tree or artificial tree? For this one, I've grown up with real trees my whole life, and I do understand like cutting down a tree for literally a few weeks and then throwing it away is literally like, it's a huge waste, especially when we need all the trees we can get to help our planet. But it's what I grew up doing. So, and we still do it, and we might get an artificial tree because a real tree is a lot of work. It is a lot of getting it in, putting it in the stand, watering it every day, but there's nothing like a real tree. So we might get an artificial tree in the future, just to make it easier for my parents, but real tree is the way we've always gone, and it's tradition. It's like if you always did a fake tree, you'd continue to do that, and it would feel weird to have a real one. All I Want for Christmas Is You or Last Christmas. I think we can all agree that All I Want for Christmas Is You has been really overplayed. The Mariah Carey song has been really overplayed, so I feel like Last Christmas is a little bit more enjoyable. That's just how I feel though. Let me know your answers to these in the comments because I'd love to know what you think or your reasoning behind what you pick. Okay, so this next one is really hard for me to pick. Gifts or food? Now, you don't know me, but I love my food. But gifts, I love my gifts too. Gifts is like my love language. I love giving them as much as I love receiving them. Like, how do they expect me to pick between these two? I think if I had to pick, I'd go with gifts. I mean, food's good, but you kind of have food every day. You don't really get gifts every day. So, I mean, that might sound a little bit self-centered of me, but like I said, I love giving them as much as I love receiving them. So, it's not like I'm all about, oh, what am I getting? I'm like, I want to watch somebody open their gift too. Like it's exciting for me all around in the gifts category theme. So I think that's what I go with. Decorating the tree or wrapping the gifts. I think this one's pretty clear. I love wrapping gifts. So for instance, this year I wrapped all of the gifts that my dad got for my mom, and they're so pretty, and they're a lot better than how he would have wrapped them. He would have done just fine, but it helped him to have me wrap them so that he didn't have to do it. Yeah, I really like wrapping gifts. I like making things pretty, putting those extra attention to detail, accents on the gifts, and just showing that like you put time and effort into wrapping a gift, even if it'll only be there for a second before they rip it open. I love wrapping gifts. Decorating the tree is also fun, but man, those lights get so tangled, and that part's not fun. And then you just put ornaments on, so it's like time goes really fast with that. So wrapping gifts is what I like to do. Mulled wine or hot chocolate? I don't even know what mulled wine is, so wine does not sound like what I would like, so I'm going with hot chocolate on this one. Hot chocolate is fun. You can do like a peppermint hot chocolate. That's so tasty. In fact, my mom made me a really good peppermint hot chocolate the other day, and she made it with like milk and water, and she put the stuff in, and it tasted so good. Like, I have been making hot chocolate wrong my entire life because that tasted so much better than how I'd made it. And now I can't go back to the crappy way I made hot chocolate. There's no going back. I have to make it extravagant every time I have it now. So, mulled wine or hot chocolate? Definitely hot chocolate. Christmas dinner or leftovers? Definitely Christmas dinner. Leftovers are good, but some things reheat better than others. So I think I'd go with Christmas dinner. There's nothing like being in the moment. Things are fresh and hot and awesome. And I don't know, there's nothing like Christmas dinner. Leftovers are great too, especially from Christmas dinner, but I think I'd go with Christmas dinner over leftovers. Elf or Home Alone? So these two movies are both really good. Everyone seems to love Elf, and it's a good movie, I admit. It's a good movie, but I was never one to like watch it out of my schedule of movies. Like, we'd watch it in school. It would be the Christmas movie for the class, and that's when I'd watch it. But honestly, I'm not one to just bring it up on myself on my own time to watch it. Home Alone, on the other hand, that is a classic movie. You don't even have to watch it around Christmas. It is like Christmas themed, but it was so funny. And I watched it with my mom this year, and it was really nice because she's not a movie person, but she asked me if I wanted to watch it with her, and we watched it together, and that was so sweet because she's not a movie person, but she asked me to watch a movie with her. So sweet. Anyways, so yeah, Home Alone over Elf. Christmas jumper or Christmas PJs? Given the choice, I'd just wear my normal clothes. But I'd go with Christmas PJs over for this one. I'm not a huge jumper person, so I think I'd go with Christmas PJs for this. Playing games or watching movies? Watching movies is fun, but I find I tend to watch them by myself. Like, I'm the type of person that will love to watch a movie by myself, but then watching a movie with another person, I don't know, it's just different. I just prefer to watch movies by myself because then I can pause it whenever I want. I don't have to wait for the other person to come back from the bathroom or whatever. It's just my timeline. I think for this one, I go with playing games because it's so much fun to play games with your family, card games, board games, whatever it may be. And honestly, I feel like we don't play games that much. We've been doing it more recently this year, but the past so many years of my life, we didn't really play games as a family, so I think I'd prefer playing games. And plus, watching movies with other people is hard because we talk. So it's hard to continue to watch the movie with another person. The Night Before Christmas or How the Grinch Stole Christmas? I have never watched The Night Before Christmas, so I am going to go with How the Grinch Stole Christmas because that's just a classic. Most people, if not everyone, has seen that movie. And I love the live action one with, I think it's Jim Carrey. That one's really good. So that's a movie that I'll always watch around Christmas time. I haven't even watched it this year. Anyways, so I'd go with How the Grinch Stole Christmas over The Night Before Christmas. Okay, let's talk about ugly Christmas sweaters. What is the big deal with them? Like, I don't like them. I don't like being in ugly clothing, or I find a lot of those sweaters are like scratchy. I don't know. I literally own none of those ugly Christmas sweaters, and I don't know why so many people do. Like, it's a thing, but like, why? Like, I'm not completely about fashion. Like, I'm not like, up with all the trends and all the clothing, and like, I get some of my clothes from Giant Tiger. Like, I do like being in comfortable clothing and nice clothing, simple clothing. Like, I'm just wearing a white shirt right now. Like, why? What's the big deal with ugly Christmas sweaters? Like, why do people want to be ugly? Not be ugly themselves, but why do people want to wear something that is ugly and has the name in it? Like, why? I don't know. If you have an explanation below, I'd love to hear it because I don't know, I just can't think of why somebody would want to wear one of those. And that's not to say it's weird if you do. It's just how I feel about ugly Christmas sweaters. I just don't understand why people like them, but it's okay if you do. Like, I'm not calling people out on it. I'm just trying to understand why people like them. So, in terms of Christmas music, I'm not a huge Christmas music person. Some people start listening to it like right after Halloween, but I'm not that type of person. In fact, I find that there's less Christmas songs than literally everything else, so you end up getting sick of them before Christmas. If you're not interested in Christmas songs, you can forward along to the following timestamp and continue with the Christmassy stuff in the video. But there are a few Christmas songs I wanted to share with you today because I really do like them. Some of them you can listen to them whenever because they're not like so Christmassy, but I just thought I'd share the names of some of them. So I found this song this year and I really like it because it's really nice. I don't know why. So it's called Under the Tree by Sam Palladio. I will play a little bit of it here.
Snowflakes are falling, the mistletoe's calling, there's flour all over the kitchen. Candles candles are burning, old records are turning, but you make it so hard to listen. When you fall into me, candy cane kisses onto my tree. Darling, you're making my December so sweet. Santa can fly on by our roof this Christmas. Rudolph can run right to the next chimney.
Anyways, I just think that's a really nice song. And then there's a few songs by Sia. There's Snowman, and then there's Candy Cane Lane. Those two are really good Christmas songs. And there is the Kelly Clarkson song Under the Tree. I'm sure you've heard of it. People like to use it a lot as audio on Instagram for like reels and stuff. And then there is all of the Michael Bublé Christmas songs. My favorite of his Christmas songs is called Cold December Night. It's just cute and I like it a lot. I will play a little bit of it here because it's really nice and I like how it goes.
Stockings are hung with care. The children sleep with one eye open. Well, now there's more than toys at stake, 'cause I'm older now, but not done hoping. The twinkling of the lights, the Santa carols fill the household. Old Saint Nick has taken flight with a heart on board, so please be careful. Each year I ask for many different things, but now I know what my heart wants you to bring.
Then there's this song by The Afters and it's called Joy Unto the World. And I like this song because it's like Joy to the World, but it's Joy Unto the World and it's got an upbeat feeling to it. And I'll play some of that one too because it tells the story of Jesus' birth in such a nice, beautiful way.
Town on lowly ground, no one knew what was coming. In a manger we would find our humble King. Oh, creation held its breath when suddenly your light can break you through the darkness, waking every heart with heaven singing joy unto the world. Our long-awaited Savior, you will reign forever. We are singing joy unto the world.
And then there's this other song. It's called I Still Believe in Christmas by Ann Wilson. And this is a song that honestly, like, you can play whenever. And the main chorus tells the story of Jesus' birth. I'll play that main chorus because we're getting kind of really into the songs here, and I didn't mean for this to go as long as it has been, but I just thought Christmas songs, they're hard to come across. There's like the classics, but like you get sick of the classics, and I don't know. I like coming across new Christmas songs that have an upbeat, modern feel to them, but they're also still really nice, and at the center of most of them is Jesus. This is I Still Believe in Christmas by Ann Wilson.
Help me still believe, for God so loved this broken world, He sent His only Son to a carpenter and a teenage girl to show us all His love. He left His home in heaven to make heaven my home. My Emmanuel is with me, and I'll never be alone. Down here my heart can't find words to believe it, but I still believe in Christmas.
These were just some of the Christmassy songs that I like and I feel like most people don't know about. They're not classics, but they are really nice Christmas songs to listen to, some of them even throughout the year. So this year my mom did something different. Usually we do stockings like everyone else, but this year she did something different. She thought it would be less work, but in fact it was more work. so she's not confident we'll be doing this again. But instead of stockings, we did baskets. So most people in my family got a food basket and then a like personal care basket, so like body wash, like a loofah, like a few different like personal care items, deodorant, stuff like that. I just felt like it was important to say we didn't do stockings this year, but we did do these baskets. The only downfall with these baskets is with stockings, everything's wrapped, so you don't know what you're getting, but with these baskets, it's clear cello wrap, so you kind of knew what you were getting, which to me, it's kind of less fun to know what you're getting, even if you sent your parents a wish list like I did. It was kind of just, I don't know, different. I'd love to hear, when do you celebrate Christmas? What things stay the same from year to year for Christmas? Like, what kind of traditions do you have? Do you always do Christmas on the 25th, or do you do something, open a few gifts on the 24th, or do stockings on the 24th and then the rest of the gifts on the 25th? Like, what do you do? I'm curious, because our kind of Christmas routine changes from year to year. We just do what we're feeling like that Christmas. Most Christmases we do the 25th, but sometimes we, based on people's schedules, we move things around and do what's necessary. So I'd love to hear, how do you celebrate Christmas? What do you normally do? What things stay the same from each year at Christmas to the next? But yeah, tell me in the comments below what things stay the same for you. Anyways, so I will see you again when we go and open gifts, and I'll show you what I got.